So, because the weather's pretty nice this morning, we decided to walk back out to the castle and then a bit further along the coast, because really as far as the eye can see here there's amazing sort of stretches of coastline, and see what else we can find really. I had a nice night's sleep last night, very quiet, apart from the wind trying to rip the top off the van again, which was interesting, but yeah, no problems at all, and yeah, woke up good and refreshed to a bit of sunshine, which is always nice. I think in many ways, like, we misuse a lot of words in our society, so it cheapens their meaning a little bit, and one of those words I think is awesome. Yeah, the power of the sea and the impact of the coastline is, yeah, definitely awesome. So when we were coming down from John O'Groats yesterday, we were having a conversation about how we weren't quite as excited about this leg of the trip down the east coast, and the reason for that is we'd done it before, so maybe there wasn't going to be quite as much of a sense of adventure. And then kind of lo and behold, then the very first day we have to take a detour from where we were planning to park originally and find this just most amazing stretch of coastline. So yeah, I think I could have left Steph here in the old castle of Wick, or whatever it's called, and she could have been sat watching birds and seals for the next, I don't know, 10 months until I came back again. But we're going to move on. So just a short detour off the main road is this place, which is called the Hill of Many Stains. Stains being stones. So this is somewhere else that we passed through the last time we came to this area, and this is quite a beautiful spot actually. Badbea, I think is the way it's pronounced. It's one of the villages that was created by something called the Highland clearances. Landlords evicted effectively peasant farmers from the lands they were occupying because the land was more profitable to them for sheep grazing than it would have been for the claiming of rents. Last night, the day before, it would have been like hell up here, so exposed, so really at the mercy of what the weather wants to do to you. A lot of people moved on. They moved on to the new world, and left ruins like this behind them. Yeah, it's a little bit sobering to think that this area which was inhabited 100 years ago following the clearances, is just a monument to greed, really, and a monument reminding everybody that human lives are less important than profit margins for some people. So that was the second time we've been down here to Helmsdale Harbour, and it's just a lovely little overnight stop for motorhomers. No facilities as such, but you've got bins and things down here. Haven't done an awful lot today. Been to the supermarket, very exciting. Stopped in a couple of distilleries, didn't buy anything. But just stopped for the night in between Tain and Invergordon in a motorhome and caravan club certified location. And this is really good example again of these kind of facilities, really. So not a proper campsite. There's room here for about 5 or 6 vans hooked with you've got electric and water at each point, obviously waste disposal, chemical toilet disposal, grey water disposal. There's a dog walking park which you can see behind me there, which I just realised had Nerf dog guns in there. Not really any use if you've got a Chihuahua, but that didn't really stop me trying it out. And it's actually based next to the home of the people who run the site. So, and as you can see, they are also people who go off motorhoming as well. So there's an understanding of what's needed, and it's good people like this providing it for us.
Hi guys, so we had a lovely night last night at the old schoolhouse, which is a certified location that we'd found. Absolutely gorgeous little place, really well set out, lovely owners as well. So we're just headed out today and just having a good old drive around, really. Chris is interested in the Pictish trail that's around this area.
I think it's already been pretty well documented that I do love a graveyard. But this place is definitely worth stopping off at because of the carved stone that they have inside the church here. Fascinating. Seems like it's another history lesson today, so I'm going to learn all about the Picts on the Pictish trail. Random. You just drive along here, you've got farmers' fields, behind us you've got the sea not far off, and then literally just stood in the middle of one of these fields is this glass box housing this like large piece of ancient sort of monumental architecture, just sort of sitting there. Impressive, really. Yeah, just a modern reproduction stone, this one, so obviously the carving is fresher and newer and gives you an idea of what they might have looked like.
So just pulled over for the night on the way to Cromarty, and it actually turns out that where we're staying for the night is a Udale RSPB site. So there's tons of birds behind me, loads of birds that I've never seen before. So I think probably going to be sat all night with the binoculars. What an absolutely awesome stopover last night. I spent hours and hours with my binoculars watching birds, which is my thing. And yeah, just brilliant. Woke up really early this morning to see the sunrise, all the geese were out. Yeah, just a fab little stopover. Thumbs up from me.
That was a bit of a shock to the system after being in some pretty remote places over the last few weeks. We've just driven through Inverness, so that's the most northern city in the UK, the capital of the Highlands as it calls itself, and yeah, going into a place where suddenly, you know, it's a town of like 50,000 people. It's a bit of an eye-opener. But anyway, we've just come inshore a little bit, and now we are parked up next to Loch Ness. We're gonna have a bit of lunch here. Keep your eyes peeled. So we just completed the drive from Inverness to Fort Augustus. And what that means is we have today pretty much completed the North Coast 500 in its entirety. Took a lot longer on the west coast than it has on the east. So after camping in Loch Tarf last night, we're actually on the road coming back around now. So as if you're going to do like a circular route around Loch Ness. And this road is much nicer. So we've seen some amazing sights so far. We've just stopped off and looked at the Falls of Fire. Yeah, so we wanted to see now what the rest of this lovely road brings. But just goes to show again, really, that sometimes, you know, going off the main route and onto something a little quieter can pay real dividends. So quite a few of these like roadside pull-ins and parking areas next to the loch on this side, which have been a bit of a find, really. So I think I was of the mindset yesterday, maybe Steph as well, that we'd kind of done Loch Ness a couple of times now and like been there, done that, bought the t-shirt kind of thing. Knowing these roadside parking places are here though, on this side of the loch, on much more scenic road, then I'd say the chances are we definitely going to return this way again. So last night we stayed in a campsite. This is a caravan and motorhome club campsite on Culloden Moor, and pretty pleased to get in here actually, because I really want to visit the battle site, which is literally just a mile up the road. So I don't think you need to be even any part Scottish to get quite a bit out of this exhibition and walk on Culloden, to be honest. Really fascinating sort of chapter in the history of Scotland and England. yeah, this tiny little moor really, a few miles from Inverness, had sort of a fairly major impact on the history of Europe. So we've just parked up for tonight in our overnight spot, and it's in Lossiemouth, in the station car park on East Harbour. Yeah, so it's a free park for the night, and just a donation requested, so a good little facility to have, again right down on the harbour front here, so right on the water side. Lovely beach and a nice little town.